Gentlemen, and welcome to another installment of the Randomizer Tournament of 2020. Today we have Ategenos versus Fryteeth. Joining me in the booth is Mr. Cab. How you doing tonight, Cab?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to see some Zelda here. We've got I love these codes up here when the sprites might be shuffled. How will we get trolled tonight?
Oh, all the ways, I'm sure. This is a randomizer tournament, so we don't actually know exactly what the flags are. Everything in the randomizer, well, not everything, but a lot of the things in the randomizer are set to 50-50. So it's going to be anybody's guess as to what's going on.
Yep, and we are going to be here in the booth trying to figure it out along with everybody, along with the runners, and there have been plenty of races in this tournament where figuring it out has been a make or break thing, but we'll see. These runners have both been in this tournament. We've been moving along for a while now. I believe this is Ategenos' first venture into the bonus bracket. Fryteeth's been here a little while fighting through, and here we go.
And we're starting with bombs and wooden arrows, and definitely level 1. Potentially level 2 or level 3, and potentially level 7 or level 8 stripes. To be determined.
So 3 triangles, not going to complain about that. The bombs are nice here. Ategenos walking right by that potential bomb spot.
Yeah, maybe, since it's a mixed quest, potentially, that one doesn't open very often. You see on Fryteeth's side it did not open. So maybe he was trying to conserve his bombs.
Still, it's a very, this isn't the best place to use the tactic, certainly, but it is very easy to go ahead and retry and get that bomb right back, as we do see a hint shop there.
And we know that it's second quest overworld, so that bomb is definitely never going to open up. So we can avoid all of the first quest, mixed quest spots. We know it's second quest overworld.
Yep. The second quest screen for level 3 is the giveaway there, just the way the randomizer works. The only way we see that screen is if it is pure second quest. So I hope everybody typed in Zelda on their title screen as a kid. What was that Ormos item?
That was the power bracelet, I believe, which is generally what we see in these flags. You know, you have a 50-50 shot of it being a power bracelet. So definitely not a guarantee, but yeah, definitely a power bracelet. And I'm not sure if Fryteeth actually was able to get it before he died.
I don't think he got it, but he at least kind of knows where it is now. He can pick that up at his leisure. Probably a good idea to go and pick it up immediately, honestly, given that second quest does have quite a few extra power bracelet spots on it. All up on Death Mountain, I think.
Yeah, there's also the one over the Lost Hills. Yeah, here we go. We've got a white sword item. So overworld so far is pretty vanilla.
Fryteeth having some trouble navigating around these blue Lionels early on. Not the friendliest of enemies to see here. With those 2 hearts, it doesn't matter how they hit you with damage. We have a dungeon.
We have hidden dungeon numbers. Nice.
Yeah, if only we knew which dungeon.
Yeah, it could be first quest 2.
That could be a first quest too. We're looking at this map trying to figure out, is this first quest dungeon? Is this second quest dungeon? Is this a shape dungeon? And I believe those 2 rooms would fit into the very top of the moon.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the right color palette, so it's potential. Won't know until we get some bombs. We can check that, or I guess it's possible it could be a second quest dungeon.
Well, we started with bombs. He's got 8 bombs.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, I guess he wants to wait until he has a sword, since the wood sword cave was not a sword.
Yeah, and I mean, that was the other piece of information we got out of that. There was that 50-50 shot that the wood sword would be at home, and it was not. We do have, I believe now we've seen a 30 rupee medium secret, and now a 100 rupee large secret, the only large secret for second quest, at the vanilla level 1 spot for both quests.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we saw a time as well, so definitely vanilla for the secrets. Ategenos going to check out this desert shop down here. Fryteeth took another death, unfortunately, so he's kind of back in the start region. Ategenos finding all the swords except for the one that he wants right now, because he can't pick up any of these swords.
You can always debug the randomizer. You know, maybe this is the seed.
Exactly.
Ategenos has the 140 rupees. Fryteeth only 70. That hint shop not very far from start. I guess we'll find out eventually if either of them decide to try and steal the hints. But Fryteeth is going to discover our mystery dungeon here.
Yeah, be curious to see if he bombs down in that room. I know for me, I like to...
shop item.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty vanilla to me. He's thinking about it like he's gonna... Yeah, I dig dungeons pretty early. We find another dungeon up here, the Lost Hills.
That has a kind of a goldish palette to it. If we're going on first quest guesses, I think that's a little too high up to be the ladder room or anything from 4, maybe or 6. That's kind of in a weird spot where those levels hook around.
Yeah, if it was just 2 rooms there, that could still be 4. It's under... Yeah, I think that could still be first quest 4. Under the 4th column there is the 2 rooms, and then there's 3 rooms underneath it. So potential there. We have first quest 1 through 6.
I was looking at it thinking, I don't think that was the ladder room where he started, but I forget the exact layout of rooms at the top of, I believe that is the snake.
Yeah, definitely the snake, first quest 4, and then the D in second quest, obviously. Fryteeth's checking out the grave area here. So we've got our runners in different locations.
I believe at this point we can establish also that the book is needed to translate people. Everybody seems to be suggesting that we try Rosetta Stone, and they might do nothing for us. They might take our money. They might be offering us items.
True. Here we go. This is potentially level 3.
Three's palette.
And an immediate Triforce, so we can find out exactly what this is.
Well, the thing is, if it is first quest 3, we should see no change to that triangle list.
Exactly.
Because we know they have the bottom left triangle and the middle top right triangle.
Go.
Yep. First quest
3. All right. So I think that we've already... I think now we can say we found 2, 3, and 4.
Well, no, that other one is... I believe that is in the first quest 7 slot. So, to be determined what their third Triforce is.
Oh yeah, I was referring to the actual literal dungeons that they found. Agent's gonna bomb some fires. They are not soft enough to go down to a bomb hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. So Fryteeth up here in the grave area, finding another shop, still looking for where this wood sword is, although 8gen is going to get a hold of a blue candle. And if you find the shop first, early. Might as well buy it.
Absolutely. Well, you don't even know if we have free candles in this particular flag set.
My goodness,
that's
you're right.
One of the things that roll off. So I think you definitely buy it there. We do see the Any Roads. I think there's one that takes them over to the Lost Hills that Fry found earlier. So this is another option that could have been vanilla, that is not. So the power bracelet's even more valuable now.
And all the way up here into the corner, and a little surprised he's not going to take that exploration while he's there. Not completely shocked, I guess. It's a matter of preference when you want to explore up there. It's just, if you're up in northwest Death Mountain and you have the bombs, you might as well take them. And
of course you find a free candle.
One screen off from a vanilla, at least first quest location. This screen has nothing on second quest.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm not sure that he went into that cave or not to see that it was second quest. It's right next to start, so I figure he would have.
Certainly, even if you did see that cave, there's a little bit of, you don't want to be the player that loses a race because he didn't burn a bush. So
yeah,
I'm not going
to
complain about that.
And it's an easy enough check. It's not like you have to waste a bomb to. Fryteeth's checking out the arrow. This could block their wood sword. Since the power bracelet was the Armos item, one of the flags is for wood sword blocks, which would include the Armos item, so it's a good check for power bracelet spots and open caves.
Bombs don't count for your starting item as far as the wood sword goes, so just the power bracelet spots. And looks like they've kind of switched here for the moment, although Fryteeth is going to get... Well, with that half heart, it's a maybe. We're going to see if Fryteeth can make it to the cave on the other side of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, I hate trying to screen scroll with levers in my face. Those things are so frustrating.
Got 6 bombs. Got to use them.
Yeah, that's the bomb shop.
Though I missed when Fryteeth picked up his blue candle. But there it is.
In all of its glory. Yeah, I missed it too. I was watching HM. Fryteeth's gonna up an A. He's back at start. Deadwood's gonna do some burning. That's not gonna burn. We know we're in second
Yeah,
quest overworld.
that's no good.
Doesn't really cost him anything.
Ooh, we found 9.
There we go. We have level 9. It's either shapes or first quest.
That's true. Starting in that bottom right corner, we know we don't have a second quest. That does mean we know that the other triangle is level 7.
Indeed. And our tracker MTOX telling us that he found a candle shop just like HN did. Got his candle that way.
I'm sure he did. He had 140 rupees at one point coming out of the large secret. Or maybe HN did. Ugh, they both had money.
Yeah, it's been early money, and there's not going to be a whole lot more of it, unfortunately, in the second quest. A lot of 10s that we're going to see.
There's a scattering of 30s out there, but they've already found a few of them.
Yeah, I think they might have found them all already. And here we go.
The caves that are left really are the caves in the level 2 area of the forest, maybe on the coast as well.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the coast. I don't think anybody went to level 1, although HN walked
No, level
by
1
it, so
had
maybe
the
he
hundo
did.
secret.
Ah, okay. Alright.
HN with the pirouette there to open up that locked door in level 9.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of runners will do. I don't, because a lot of times I'll find the any key along my travels. So I don't like to waste. It's only a couple of seconds, so you know. To each his own.
The counterpoint being you either waste the time then, or you waste the time by not doing it then.
Unless you don't need the pirouette to open the door.
Right. Fryteeth up here on Death Mountain. Gonna check this power bracelet spot, because like you were saying, actually, if power bracelet spots can have the wood sword, that is the second quest letter spot. That would have been a valid spot for it.
Yeah,
that would have
absolutely.
been quite the coup if that was the wood sword.
that would have been really nice. There's still I don't believe either one of them has scrolled over into the waterfall area. There's a power bracelet spot there as well that they can check, and then all the vanilla ones.
For the White Sword Cave itself. White Sword is not a 4-heart item.
No,
Agent giving it a look.
He's gonna do some bombing around Vanilla Start anyway. Fryteeth's gonna check out the letter cave.
Agent staring at that cheap meat, not going for it just yet.
Yeah, it's much more valuable in second quest dungeons than it is for shade.
Very true.
Oh, here we go. Level 1. And an immediate Triforce.
Well, they already have it, but we've got it now, so we can confirm that this is level 1.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I would go back in here.
Oh, yeah.
Quick enough, and you know there's at least going to be staircase item, 2 items on the ground.
You've got the Gibdos, though, so you might have some beefy enemies. You're still running around here on just a candle and, like, immediately blocked.
Right.
So
But it's worth a try, I think. So he it didn't take him much more than 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And Fryteeth's going to get another heart.
The only other unfortunate thing is we know it doesn't have and there's a 5th heart for HN. We know that the White Sword, speaking of that 5th heart and level 1, the White Sword is in a cave right over here. And, I think White Sword first sword.
Yeah, that's an immediate check for me. And 5 is enough. Which makes sense,
vanilla.
because that's that's a 50-50 there. So that's worth checking for sure.
It's 50-50. I mean, both from the flag set and at this point, we know it's not a 4-heart white sword. It's 50-50. It's 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
So you take that 50% chance, and you add in the other 50% chance.
That's too much math for me.
I'm not good at the rest of that bit.
That's way too much math for me. H-Gen's gonna come back into 1 here. I like this play.
Go right back in here. Like you're saying, 3 items. We'll find out probably if one of them is actually a heart container on the floor. Of course, level 1 has a second floor item. Vanilla, it's the boomerang. So we're going to have to see both of those floor items to really learn anything.
Nice Kananaki there.
Nice Kananaki. We're also seeing some beam swords.
Yep, permanent beam sword is on. And we know that we don't have 0 HP enemies. So he's hoping, I think, after this, we're going to learn whether or not Heart Shuffle is potentially on or off. And we're going to learn if vanilla items are on or off, potentially.
We did get our first look there at the coast item. It is a heart, so it's not shuffled in. Or it just became a heart anyway.
That would be expected for me since we saw the power bracelet and the white sword already.
Same.
It wasn't hard. It would be pretty surprising. There's a heart on the floor. So not confirming or denying Heart Shuffle just yet, but definitely not making sure that it is on. It's getting some nice keys out of this too, which is good.
Yeah, get a lot of keys out of here. There's a push block room. Dark nuts are going down in 2 stabs from the white sword. That's always good to know. Bomb droppers and less annoying enemies.
There. And Heart Shuffle is on.
Heart Shuffle is on because we've seen the coast heart and now we've seen a staircase heart.
Absolutely.
Which makes it really unfortunate now that 8gen has seen a pair of hearts in level 1.
Yeah, that's not what you want to find.
You know where the magical sword is, but with a white sword, that matters a lot less.
It's also good because once he goes to the coast and sees the heart, now he knows for sure that the Heart Shuffle is on.
That's true.
You don't want to be clearing like shape 6 late in the seed and discover the wand to realize that Heart Shuffle.
So 8gen taking the long walk around here, trying to save these keys over checking anything, which means if that foot of the eagle, the bottom right room, has anything useful in it, he's going to be taking a long walk around. Fryteeth found the wooden sword.
Yep, it was here all along. Power bracelet block.
It was a power bracelet spot.
So there you go. So now he can start digging some dungeons. And he's actually 1 heart away from getting the white sword, which I think he saw anyways. So.
Yes, I think they've both seen both swords at this point. Push that block just to be sure. Just for good measure.
Our useful compass. Always love finding the compass after I get the Triforce.
The Triforce wasn't in the Triforce room. It was in Aquamentus' spot.
Yep. It was in a Gibdo's belly. Almost done clearing this. Fryteeth's gonna do this nice quick trick here to get this spot in the forest.
I love that trick. That is your vanilla second quest 7 spot.
Indeed, it will not open in first quest overworld, so it's only in mixed or in second quest. H-Gen's gonna kill some bunnies here.
I wasn't paying enough attention to who dropped that bomb.
I was thinking the same thing, yeah. I couldn't tell if it was the Gibdo or if it was Pole's voice.
Yeah, it might have been a Pole's voice. I want to double check that. We have a Goma in 1.
Oh yeah, potentially blocking an item.
So that we have the Goma room and the bottom right room of 1 with an item.
Yep.
One of them definitely has an item. Fryteeth gonna get this heart. We'll see if Fryteeth beelines to the white sword. He is actually right there, so yeah, there we go.
He is. Yep, H-Gen's gonna go back to 2.
Again, 8gen does not yet know that Heart Shuffle for sure is on. 8gen has now discovered that the Triforce of level 2 was just a bomb away the whole time.
Yeah, if it were me, I would dig out the second floor item in this dungeon, seeing the... I mean, I would do that anyways, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm totally with you.
But especially after seeing the heart and the stare, because that's just going to kind of make my spidey senses tingle a little bit about Heart Shuffle being on. Fryteeth gets his white sword. 19 minutes in, we're all sworded up and all...
It's sworded.
Excuse me, we're all sworded up and all of a sudden. Here we go. Fryteeth's going to keep bombing around start. He did not decide to dig one, which could potentially save him some time, since at least what we found so far were just hearts. I expect him to do that eventually, though. He's going to go to 2 first. I like this play.
It's a good route.
And lots of wall masters in 2, which is not my favorite enemy to fight. There's a lot of them. It takes a long time. We do have a Chevy room here, so if this is our item, and it is the any key. Oh, any key is bladder block.
I mean, it's still good to see the item, and it's good to know where that item specifically is. If they ever have any key problems later and they have a ladder, yeah, just drop by good old level 2. Fryteeth grabbing it, probably looking to confirm, is this in fact level 2?
Yes, indeed. And it is. Yeah, I think he was a little confused coming in. He bombed the wall to the right, so just confirming that for him.
And that's one of those things, you always kind of treat the dungeon or the overworld. If you have the resources to check everything, just check everything. The worst thing you do is waste some resources, oh well, but at least you'll know. So we do have a shoot room blocking the way, and there's a heart.
A heart. So at least we know the items. He could just take his Triforce and get out of here.
He's gonna walk around and grab that heart before probably an up and A to go back up to the top and get the Goma Triforce.
Yeah, that's a smart play. That's gonna take him one step closer to Mags.
But it also does not tell him anything for certain about Heart Shuffle yet, seeing as he saw a heart in another thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, certainty is king with some of these flags, because you never know. There have been a couple of those seeds where there's been like exactly 2 walk-through walls in the entire seed.
Yeah, until you get to 4 at the end, and it's like, oh, okay, apparently walk-through walls are on. And Fryteeth's getting some keys now. Ategenos up to 6 keys between his jaunt into 1 and 2.
He spent a lot of time in 1.
He did. Doing some nifty screen scrolling here.
Oh, that screen scrolling has been top tier so far. Fryteeth might have a little bit more overworld knowledge due to 8gen's time in 1, but I feel like 8gen has a little bit of the advantage to just knowing that level 1 has 2 heart containers and a potential Goma block in it.
That's true. And he's about to find his wood sword cave. Doesn't need it at this point.
It's always a shame when you have the candle, you've got the better sword, you see that old man, and it's like, sorry, dude.
And I think Fryteeth did not see the Chevy room. I don't know if he didn't clear the enemies in that room. See that was the any key, so he's gonna spend some extra time here digging these rooms out. Might net him more keys.
Finds the compass all the way down here.
Nope, just the old man.
Try Rosetta Stone free for 30 days.
Yeah, I hear it's something that I should do.
I'm not sure which dungeon Rosetta Stone refers to, but nah.
Right, must be third quest.
That's true. Could be third.
Yeah, he hasn't seen his any key. Oh, that is definitely a bomb dropping rope there. So we do have enemy drop shuffle on. And he's gonna up A without killing this room. So he knows that item is there, but he doesn't know what the item is.
really good to know. It's always good to know where that item is. Has 8gen found where Guria grumbles?
Yeah, that certainly looks to be the case. It would be that or 5, but he can't be this. No, it's gotta be 7.
Yeah, and he's holding 7's Triforce. So I don't know how long you want to spend in this place, other than I guess to confirm that it is what we think it is.
Actually, was there, when he was in that other room, was there a room? Yeah, there was 3 rooms up at the top, so yeah, it could be 5. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Probably won't stay here too long since it's all ladder blocked up, it looks like. Just gonna go back in. Oh, okay, here's a path you can take. I didn't see it before. Beefy manhandle.
Oh,
That is my
no.
least favorite.
It's already taken 6 hit points of damage, so it's probably 8 hit point hands.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
No!
That is unfortunate. He was 1 hit away.
Round 2.
Fryteeth's taking this 1. Be curious if he spends that key in the foot there. 'Cause that could be, you know, if that's the ladder or something, that could be game changer.
8gen staying really
There
low
we
here,
go.
trying to get that hit in. Finally does land the sword beam.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's digging 7.
Yeah, I mean, has he figured out it's 7 yet? That's the only question. And we certainly have the matter of, you know, what is the actual shape of 7, but still, you might want to take a note that this thing's here and say see you later.
Well, and he's definitely seen 9 because he's the one that opened up the door, the key door that we were talking about. And he's now been into 1 and 2 at the very least, and confirmed that it looks like Palette Shuffle is definitely off. So I feel like, you know, he knows that this is 7. And I guess he's just wanting to make sure that there's not an item that he needs here.
Fryteeth now actually venturing deeper into level 1 has found the first heart container on the floor.
Gets another key for his efforts. He's up to 6 keys.
Gonna
Both
match
runners doing
8
pretty good on keys.
Going to match 8gen's 8 hearts in a moment. Or at least have the option to.
Assuming that he picks up the heart. Yeah, I think he will.
I always at least feel like it's good to get up to that 9th heart, make sure Ganon can hug you twice.
Yeah, well, and it's still early in the seed. You know, Mags is still a thing, depending on how the boss is rolled, or, you know, if there's like some really nasty Wizard members. Here we go, we're gonna see if this is the item or if it's Goma Block. It's just the boomerang.
Don't do it!
Oh yeah, he's gonna pick it up. I would do this as well. It's gonna help you out on the overworld with those.
The magical boomerang is a useful item.
Magical boomerang gets a bad rap, man. I'm telling you, it is a really good item. Here we go. Fryteeth is gonna be joining 8gen here. We do have a
You see 8gen?
red handle on the ground.
Yeah. Somebody took it out of its staircase. Patra. Patra in a shuttered door Chevy room. Fryteeth probably
He's out of
recognizing level 7, saying, no, we're good.
Yeah, so this, if the stair item pulls something really good for 8gen, then this will be... Oh, here we go. Fryteeth was just popping open that door, maybe.
Oh. Okay.
Wants him some Superman handle as well. Well, 8gen for sure flows on now since he's on the handle on the floor.
Yeah. This is not 1 or 2. He knows that much for certain as well.
I think he doesn't remember that he has the Triforce though, or something, because he's filling all these rooms. He's already found the floor item. Unless he knows something that I don't know, and he knows many things that I don't know about Zelda, because he's taught me a lot of what I know. So I'm not going to be too judgmental. I'm gonna let this play out. He's a big brain in me.
You never know. They definitely have plenty of keys as well, so the HN is... Well, he might be looking for bombs.
Yeah, he's leaving for now, for sure.
No, he's killing things. He's got 0 bombs, and he's walking towards level 2 with those ropes.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it on Fryteeth's side. So I'm not sure that he knows that Drop Shuffle is on.
Did you see that ugly bomb upgrade price?
I did.
124. We're 1 off the max. That better be worth it. I want to see 6 bombs for that much money. With our luck, it's going to be 2.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be wary to pick it up just because of that. You know that since it's not the vanilla price, that it could be any number. Any number 2 from 2 to 6.
Save that money. I mean, I'm not as good as a lot of the people that are still in this tournament, so my money is being saved for a blue ring. I know a lot of the top tier runners shun that thing.
I'll buy a blue ring if I have the money, and if especially if combat's kind of an issue. But I like to spend my money on keys if it's especially if it's a second quest seed, which this one's not. So keys are aplenty so far. Jen's taking on this 4-headed Gleeok. Permanent Sword Beam really helps out here. Gets some bombs for his trouble and opens up the shutter door.
Survives. Just for another Gleeok. You killed my brother!
Exactly. He's not going to do much with this one. Sneak on by him. I don't blame him. No reason to.
Ooh, can't go to the right from this room. I'm trying to get to the top of the jaw. Just double checking it. You never know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to no comment on that one there.
I feel like I've struck a nerve.
Not with me. Not with me.
HN finds the compass, sees it's not flashing, also notices he's in the eye of the lizard head, or the demon head, I think, actually, for level 7. Let's see what HN's plan is. Probably you're right, he's just really digging this out, but this is definitely time that could be spent elsewhere. You know where 7 is, you have half the items out of it. I'd be looking for, what other where are the other dungeons and what do they hold?
And Fryteeth finds another heart, so he's up to the second row. I think if it were me in that position, I probably would have gotten a potion. I like to have one of those in my back pocket just in case I'm deep in a dungeon and need a refill. But Fryteeth's going to go into 3. Good play.
Definitely taking that potion is a strong play. We don't have red bubbles that we've seen so far, so they're probably not on. That makes the potion slightly less important, but you're definitely right. You're all the way, like if 8gen's down here on his half heart, in the bottom of the jaw of level 7, walked into a room with a push block and immediately just gets walled by something, that potion would have been nice.
Yeah.
What dungeon was that?
Fryteeth 3. I thought he might dig out some items, but he is moving on. And it then gets confirmation that we already knew we were in 7.
Super confirmation.
As Fryteeth finds 5.
It's gotta be 5 now. I forgot 5 was green.
It is indeed. 5 and 7 are the same palette color in first quest. And there's another bomb dropping rope, another key. So really, any key being missed is not really causing them too much trouble yet. I would still want it. I will always pick up an any key.
HM leaving the that diagonal block room alone. We don't know if second quest staircases are on, and certainly with only half a heart, why risk anything?
Yeah, I was under the impression that when we're in full first quest dungeons, which we are, that the option for second quest room is grayed out. Now, as Fury was pointing out last night or the night before, whatever race I was calling with him, you know, with randomizers, with random flags, sometimes that'll get kind of screwy. HN finds the transport staircase here, and Fryteeth finds a heart.
Which dungeon is Fryteeth in?
He's at 5.
Oh, yes, that is 5. I'm like looking at that blinking light in the bottom right.
Yeah, he's in 5. Found the stair item, still needs the floor item. HN finds another possible staircase. Let's see if this is his item. Yes, potentially the item. We didn't take the other.
The mashing staircase.
No,
Ooh, there it is.
Oh my goodness!
Worth it.
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow. If Ganon is required, that is a heck of a move.
Now, before we go too deep into the bow, I do want to point out Fryteeth also found the recorder on the floor in 5.
Oh, that's a good
world. That recorder is extremely valuable. Besides, I mean, we don't know where it's going to take you, but that is transportation at this point anyways. HN picks up the Triforce he already had.
And, I guess the refill. One room away. That's makes sense. The recorder is actually a really excellent item to have in this flag set. It could take Fryteeth to the remaining dungeons that he doesn't have.
Yeah, 50-50 chance of that, 50-50 chance of just being useful to go to the dungeons are recorded, 100% chance of being useful against that Dig Dogger.
Indeed. No more recorder blocks for Fryteeth.
HN's gonna go and kill that Goma.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Find out that that's not the room.
He's gonna get a key. Or 5 rupees.
You're probably right, it'll be another key. But yeah, the troll idea of level 7 in first quest is going to have something paying off for HN. Of course, there's the 50-50 chance Ganon's not required and we got a bow for no reason.
Yep. Yeah, we still have a lot of things we don't know. Fryteeth needs to blow on that recorder, which he's doing immediately. And
no, that's new dungeons.
This is
old dungeons.
Unbeaten vanilla dungeons, yeah. So this is, you know, it's still helpful because it clears off a raft spot, but not really what you want to see.
Yeah, for a little while, it's also going to take you, you know, here to the grave and back to the forest.
Right.
So transportation is transportation. You're not going to sneeze at it. Of course, you also have to.
You don't have the raft.
When to use it.
You don't have the raft, buddy.
Took the wrong turn in Albuquerque as 8gen discovers the scrap metal on the bottom of the Eagle. I am now an 8gen fan. Oh, Lionel's just beating him up right now. Fryteeth gets to check the recorder spot here in the grave now.
That's true. If we have
to check this one,
recorder block dungeons, this will be a nice head start for Fryteeth. It's going to be a little while at least for HN to get that recorder out.
Nothing
He'll check
there.
that cave eventually.
We got the Lost Wood spot too. No recorder lake though. Not this one anyway.
No, there's a couple over here though. This one here that he's checking, and then there's the one that's 2 screens. Whoa, Fryteeth.
You gotta not walk into that Lionel while you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something a little bit obvious here, but I think it would be a good idea if Fry doesn't die so much.
That is expert analysis. Oh, that's the one nice thing about this start screen too. Unpause, you got a bomb drop. Oh. But this is a recorder screen. This is usually kind of a really annoying screen to get to. But it's right next to start. It's really only going to get him a take any cave. He will take your advice here and grab that potion. He does have 10 hearts. He could walk into the Mag's cave at some point. but certainly with the white sword, that's much less of a much less urgent for him.
Correct.
Well, they don't have the book, so that hint cave's not very useful just yet.
No, they
Just kind of teasing us every time we walk by it.
wants us to beef up our Spanish lessons. Here we go, just a bomb shop.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
And we saw 4. Must have been on HN side. Where was that he found 4? Was that up in the Lost Hills?
I think so.
HN's on a mission right now.
And both of them over here on the coast. The Fryteeth is definitely exploring these extra locations. Just a small secret there.
HN
Forget
finds the other hint.
30 vanilla. Really, the hunt is on. Fryteeth probably going to go to second quest 3, the lake. Only a... Well, actually, no, even in mixed quest, this lake will be like this all the time.
Yeah. This is only a cave, an open cave in First Quest overworld.
Those lake doors are expensive.
It's all about location, location, location. HN is on the path. He's going to find 5 eventually.
So what is Fryteeth's play going to be here? Certainly the desert is an option. There's 3 recorder spots in the desert, and that might lead him to try out that magical sword while he's right there. But it does look like, you were just asking about where was level 4.
Yep, we have found it again, as HN finds level 5. So we'll see what goodies level 4 has in store for us.
What's up?
I was just going to say that we have not seen the red ring yet, so presumably silvers and red ring are forced to 9, as that is a 50-50 flag, but that is not guaranteed. We don't even really know if we need the silvers yet. Fryteeth takes another unfortunate.
It's a 50-50 flag, although I would even go ahead and argue we haven't even seen 50% of the dungeon items yet. At least it doesn't feel like it. We're probably close. 4 unexplored, 5 we know has a heart and something, 6 completely unexplored, 8 completely unexplored. And I don't think anybody's done a dive of 3 yet.
No, they both got the Triforce that they already had. It verified that it was 3 and left. 3's kind of an annoying dig, though, with those tendrils kind of sticking all to the sides. Here we have the Triforce in 4. See if he digs the item out or not. At least he's going to take the heart refill one way or the other.
At this point, Fryteeth, exploration-wise, only... Well, there's the 1 raft spot, but there are the 2 ladder caves.
2 ladder spots. Yeah.
And I mean, you usually want that ladder anyway, because he knows that there's a ladder blocked item. 8gen claims that recorder out of the NSU room in 5.
Fryteeth's leaving. He's out of here. I don't mind this play against 8gen. I think Fryteeth knows he's going to go into this as a little bit of an underdog. Fryteeth is no slouch when it comes to the randomizer, but 8gen's been at this for a little bit longer, and I think his combat's a little bit better. So I don't mind him taking some gambles here and kind of dipping out some of these earlier dungeons with the hopes that Ganon's not required and that he's not going to be blocked. Especially since he already has a recorder and the power bracelet. He can open up all except for 3 overworld caves. Gonna check the waterfall area here. And we have not seen much of Western Death Mountain either.
Yep, we've just seen a Ategenos road that goes there, and the ladder cave has nothing useful in it. Hello, level 8.
Yeah, level 8's useful.
3 items in here.
This is
And we start in the vanilla room too, so...
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, this is a play that I like to make, scrolling over to this waterfall area. I find that it's an area that it seems like it takes some people a long time to get to, and it could give me an advantage, potentially, if there's something good there. We do have our bomb upgrade, and it's +3.
Not
quite
worth
as you wanted, but yeah, definitely not worth it.
I guess if you have the money and you're not planning on getting a ring, certainly starting with the wooden arrows also makes it a lot easier to swallow a non-optimal bomb upgrade.
Yeah,
they will use those explosives.
Might need meat, potentially. I don't know that we've seen the meat block yet, but other than that, not a whole lot left to spend money on. Keys have been pretty plentiful.
Oh boy. Patra.
Everybody's favorite. Expanding Patra.
Pups look a little weak today. They still hurt if you touch them, though.
Yep. And it looks like... Oh, okay, he got lucky he didn't kill the wrong one.
You got lucky on that, but...
Yeah, I like to get a little closer with my beam sword and use the actual sword to take some damage there, and then the beam sword does the extra damage. Or I like to stay far, far away from it and just use beam sword. You got a Goma potentially blocking the stair there.
Yeah, saw that. And that's gonna make Fryteeth a little unhappy if he doesn't find items anytime soon. I think Fryteeth is a little too far away from Patra to really risk it. Can't get past the blue gorillas, but does discover a bomb hole.
Yeah, at least he bombed the wall before he took the death. He needs to take a couple breaths here. He's definitely still in this, but I'm sure at this point he's, cursing himself for the many deaths he's taking. Just needs to relax, play his game, take a little bit more time.
He is ahead at this exact point in time, except for that bow. He's got the extra Triforce out of level 4. He knows where level 8 is. 8 Gen does not. He's got to run with this as far as he can. The only problem is going to be, and we've seen this time and time again in the tournament, what's up with Ganon? He goes into 9, and a shutter door does not open for him. 8 Gen, immediate prohibitive favorite.
Yeah, I hesitate to give the lead, generally like at any point, but especially when the other runners got a potentially, a totally necessary item to defeat the game.
Yeah.
If Fryteeth pulls out like a ladder or silvers or something out of here, then I think for sure, he's got a little bit of an advantage. But that bow is deep at 7. That's going to be the last place Fryteeth goes up. He already has the Triforce out of there. I'm shocked that Jin pulled it out of there. So I would have lost this race for sure. Because I wouldn't go.
It's one of those things where it's always 7.
Yes.
The only thing I think with us, and there's your bait block.
Yep.
With us, we would have at least had the not go into 7 at all, and maybe it's the last place we look, but we wouldn't have looked in it first. Ganon's room, we got a compass, so we'll at least know where to go in 8. That is a useful item right now.
Well, it's also interesting because now we know that the flag that forces Ganon and Zelda into their own rooms is not on. So that doesn't mean that she's not in her room, but it doesn't mean that it means that she's definitely she's not 100% in her room, which can change the routing in 9.
It feels like Ganon is in Ganon's room without that flag, with a force flag on, a lot more often than Zelda's ever in her room.
100%.
So, yeah. It's
100%.
like
There's way more rooms that he can be in, or that she can be in. All right, needs to be careful here.
99% of the time, but yeah, he's got those gorillas down. He's got his 7th triangle, and we will see if Fryteeth ventures back into level 8 or decides his time is better spent finding level 6.
Seeing as he bailed out of 4 without getting the items, I would be surprised if he went back in here. Looks like he's up A. He's getting out of here. I think
he's back.
he's playing the game that he's not required. He's just trying to Triforce and go, which I think is a valid way to play.
It certainly is.
And
Level 8 would have had that one advantage if there are 3 items in there. I don't think we saw any of them. Speaking of items and places.
Yeah, Aten finds a wand. I didn't notice where he was.
Me neither.
Expert commentary here for you all.
Oh, this is 3.
It looks like 3.
Got that
okay.
nice pale skin tone on Link.
Yes, that off green. Spending some time in a like you do. So wand is a nice luxury item. Definitely not necessary. With white sword and wand, you can do max damage, swing them at the same time. Fryteeth is venturing into 7. At least into the doorway. So this is interesting. I wonder if he's cleared... Well, no, he hasn't been to Death Mountain, West Death Mountain, so we still have that for sure.
Chen finding the map of the Manji. This Gliok.
So this is interesting. This is potentially the right play to even it up if he sticks it out and digs all the way through the 7. But it's definitely not one that I would have made myself. And I'm a little I'm perplexed by both of the runners. We'll have to definitely ask them about their plays in the 7.
Yeah, the logic here on 7. I mean, there is a little bit, right? It's a little bit of that foul line, don't step on the line sort of logic when it comes to level 7. Like, if a dungeon is going to troll you in First Quest dungeons, it's going to be level 7. And that's almost itself a reason to dig it out.
Yeah. HN found a heart in 3, but did not need that stinking heart. And Fryteeth's out of here, so that maybe... Well, you know, we don't know yet. Could be good, could be bad. We're not really sure. We have to find 6. We gotta get into 9 and see if he's required. And speaking of 6, we have discovered 6.
Ooh. I'm not shocked that Fryteeth hasn't been picking up enough hearts to give a better check of mags. But if blue Wizrobes get too much in the way here in level 6, certainly Magical Sword would be a nice thing to have. The White Sword, though, at this tier of play, White Sword's pretty good. No one's going to complain about having that ever.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh,
if I have
thank
White
you,
Sword...
Red Wizrobes rolling down there. Walking into a room,
right?
you just see the firing squad lined up, and you can just mow them down. That's always a welcome sight.
Absolutely. Be even better if it was the blue ones, honestly.
Yeah, 0 hit point blue Wizrobes, even, you know, with nothing else turned on for that, that'd be good. Likes dropping bombs today.
Yeah, I find likes often drop bombs when drop shuffle is on. I don't know if that's just coincidence. HN's gonna...
We have a book.
It's Jew the book. Does not want his helpful hints.
It's a shame because we know it translates old men. We've seen, I think HN has seen the second hint shop as well. Granted, with 14 rupees, what are you going to find out?
Right. Not much. But you could get the helpful hints at 9. Which, you know, could help you steer you towards silvers or the girl. So HN's found the wand and the book in 4, so he's just trying to get this Triforce. He went down at start instead of going up like Fryteeth is. He sees the Triforce immediately. As Fryteeth gets his map of 6. Be careful against the blue ammo. Terrible.
Comments in chat going on out there as well. It's definitely also true. It could have been an Atlas, but at this point we know it's all First Quest dungeons.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to a map of 9. Even though I know what the map is, it still makes it easier to navigate. Similarly with 7, but he's already navigated his way through 7, so he doesn't need that. We know for sure it can't be Boomstick, because if that flag is on, then we're going to find the book in the shop. And it's going to cost you a pretty penny, or like 200 pretty pennies.
Yep. Finding it in a dungeon, no Boomstick.
Which I think it would be cool if, it was like the ultimate, like, is this book really awesome or not? Like, you find it in the shop and you know for sure, okay, Boomstick's on. If you have a wand, and you see it laying on the dungeon floor, it's like, that's what this is for. Fryteeth's back against these blue Lamolas. He's got one down, he just needs to get out of the room. Get out of there, man! Okay, he's got one.
Nah, we're gonna take it down. We're going the fun way.
That's
oh,
right.
No!
Yeah. Out of the fire and into the frying pan, or out of the frying pan into the fire, whatever that expression is.
There are fires, there's frying pans.
Fryteeth is in them.
And there's just, oh no.
Luckily we have permanent sword beam. There we go, get some more bombs. And here's a potential item. It's gonna get trapped. Nice clip into the
And
death.
he's got the potion too.
That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Okay, so we had the wooden boomerang in 4. That's right. I was thinking that the wand was in 4, but that was in 3. So 3 was wand heart. And then 4 is book boomerang, which is definitely useless.
Oof. Yeah, 4 is the dungeon you wanted to get in second quest, not in first quest.
And Ategenos at 8, so we're gonna see. He's got the arrows. And see if he does more exploration for items in this one. Pulls a ladder out of here or something that could give him a huge advantage.
Yeah, and the more items we find, the more we do start looking at that. Is the red ring in 9?
Right.
Silvers and red ring are running out of places to hide. Granted, is one behind the Goma.
This is a push block. And it is the ladder! Wow!
So 8gen and his 11 keys are now eligible to go back into level 2 and pick up the any key.
Wow,
Or
that
get
is
that 12th heart on the ladder is always great.
So 7 was really the key to some really nice items to see. Not sure if they're needed yet. Use your potion.
The trick.
If you want to get in that stair, use your potion.
Until you have found the kidnapped, you don't know if you're ladder blocked or not. And so far,
no, that's the worst feeling.
So far, we've been able to get 7 of these pieces of the Triforce without the ladder. We know where 9 is. We're not blocked out of ladder caves or raft spots.
Nope. Yeah, we have access to all the dungeons. We found the white sword item already, so we know that's definitely not going to be a problem. Oh, there we go. He's cleared the room. My goodness.
Get that potion out before Keese ends it.
It's just
it's just transport. He uses it anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think this is the right play. You can't take it with you, so that the potion does you no good in your pocket. It's not like you can use it on the next seed. And that'd be a good plan. Very useful transport. Takes you very far in this dungeon.
Yeah, level 6, unfortunately, is the linear dungeon of First Quest. You're just kind of walking up that left side.
Right.
Another going here. Fryteeth reaching for those arrows and realizing he doesn't have a bow to use them with.
I mean, you could try throwing them at them. And he's going to be blocked out of this bottom section here.
Just stab Goma in the eye with the wooden arrow, see what happens.
You need a visit to 7 for sure before you can get over here on 6.
If 6 is ladder blocked as a Triforce,
Yeah, there's still...
This game just got a whole lot more interesting.
Definitely. Well, if this
Yeah,
if it's ladder block Triforce, then this is HN's game to run away with at this point. Not a for sure thing yet, though. There's still some rooms he hasn't checked.
You still have that vanilla staircase room, it looks like.
Oh, and if this is a bomb, then he could potentially still get over through here.
Hey.
And it is. Okay, alright, so here we go. Find some likes. This is where you'd really like to have the wand.
You just gotta stab them a lot, hope for the best. Likes and Gibdos at the very least are just, they're hit point sponges, but they're slow moving sponges. And certainly with Beam Sword, once you start clearing them out, maybe you see a triangle on the floor.
There you go. This potential room here for our item.
Smells like an item room.
Fryteeth
also up there, 224 rupees.
And it's just a heart. Not what you want to see at all. HN gets his Triforce out of 8.
Recorder on this seed goes to unbeaten vanilla locations.
Yeah, currently it's just going to take them to the grave spot. Both of them already have, and for Fryteeth, pretty soon it's not going to take them anyway.
Yeah. We haven't seen a floor item in 6, I guess, have we?
We have not. He's going to try to dig it out.
And we're late enough in the seed, this is the last thing, and he's deep enough in the dungeon. You want to know.
It looks like it might be in that room 1 or 2 over to the right. At the start, there was a couple rooms, unless it's here. It's the raft. That's not useful at all.
When you checked his inventory, he immediately ran up. I didn't get a chance to see it, but you're right. The raft only at this point gives us access to that coast spot. We know it's not a large secret. We know it's not a dungeon. We know it's not Mags or White Sword. Yep, so Fryteeth should be going to beautiful, sunny level 9.
Yeah, absolutely. And HN's scrolling over, so if he's going to go up to Death Mountain and do some bombing here, this is going to give Fryteeth a significant advantage. If Ganon is not required, this is Fryteeth's game to lose at this point. And he's gonna pop open that door. Let's see. I am assuming he's gonna keep going up. I don't remember if he saw Ganon's room or not. I think that was the compass in 8, so he would have seen it. So he knows that she can be in any room. Any key would be really nice to have at this point, all these key doors. If Ganon is not required, she can be in any one of these doors. It could be a shutter door, it could be a bomb wall. If walk-through walls were on, which they are not, since we're in a straight first quest, she could be behind a walk-through wall.
And we have already seen Ganon's room, so there is no guarantee Zelda's in her room.
That's correct. Down to 1 heart already for Fryteeth. It's real close to a fairy fountain. So that's something in the back of my mind I'd be remembering. Finds a diamond stair. Looks like we don't have the Wizrobe set on 9, which is pretty kind.
That is always a welcome sight.
Yeah, I'm not a crazy big fan of Dark Knights, but I would certainly prefer them over the Wizrobes. HN is bombing this Death Mountain. We know he's not going to find anything too useful up here. Fryteeth takes another transport over to the left-hand side of the dungeon. This is exciting. I mean, like, any one of these rooms could be the princess if Ganon's not required.
We have a lot of 9 to explore here, though.
His key supply is slowly dwindling. This is a shutter door. Let's see. Oh, no!
Oh no! So he knows.
Okay. Yeah, he knows. HN
He's out of here.
In a significant lead at this point. Fryteeth, I would assume, is going to go dig. If it were me, I would do 3 and 4 before I did 7.
No, he's gonna find everything before he goes into 7.
Yeah, I would do 8. I would get my items out of 8.
He might find the Goma in 8 and then decide, no, this isn't right.
Yeah, he saw that earlier. So, but he's got that Gleeok staring him in the face in 7. He's kind of walking in that direction, though. So there's potential that he's going to that 7. Maybe he just kind of sniffed it out. He's going back to 2. He never found any key in 2.
He knows, I think, where the any key is. He just doesn't know that it's the any key. So I don't know if going here first is the move per se, but at the very least he'll gain the knowledge.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Down to half a heart, and these gorillas are nasty. And so apparently are the gels. That's unfortunate. It's going to send them back to start. That's one of those where, I know you're trying to move fast, but, it takes 2 seconds to up A at the beginning of the dungeon, get you 3 hearts. Significantly better armed than half a heart kind of going through it. But I'm sure that he's just racing at this point.
And I want to say, who he's up against. That question out there in chat, I think we have seen everything except the items in level 9, and the only items left on the table are the silver arrows and the red ring.
I don't know if HN dug out all the items in 8. I only saw the ladder, and I don't remember seeing the floor item or the other items.
Okay. So it's a 50-50 shot of the 50-50 shot at this point.
Yeah, at this point, there's no way that there's no way that silver is not a 9.
Yeah, at this point, you're checking 9 first.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, he's going to see his any key here pretty quickly. HN is struggling to find level 6. He's going to get there eventually. He's on the path now. This is not going to be a cave because we're in straight second quest. Fryteeth sees his any key on the floor, so now where does he go next? He's close to 7.
I don't know if it's good or bad to see, if you see the bow there, if it hypothetically was there. Oh, well, I just need a ladder now.
Oh yeah, no, that would be terrible, I think. Because it guarantees you at least 2 more digs. Although, the redig of 2 would be pretty fast.
That's not a dig. That's yard work.
Right. And Fryteeth's coming up 12-heart
container. HN hasn't picked up the coast heart yet either. As far as I know, if he's interested in mags, I doubt he is.
Yeah, Fryteeth's doing what I would do. He's going into 3. This is exactly what I would do. We know it's the wrong play, but I think logically it's the right play.
Yeah, you go, like you said, everywhere before 7. I love that the red keys from the Vire splits almost always are like, whatever they drop first, they just keep dropping it.
Right. Well, they don't advance the count when you kill the Vire. So if you get the global to be whatever it is, HN finally finds 6. So the race is on for Fryteeth. He needs to get back to 7. Not even going to pick up the wand. Can't blame him. Yeah, but just to finish the thought, whatever the global falls on, that's what all of the keys in the room are going to be locked on. So it's a good way to farm money with drop shuffles being on or bombs. There we go. You got the heart out of 3. So at least this is a quick dig in 3.
That is good. Like, quick digs are Fryteeth's friend at this point. So at this point, I believe he's seen everything in 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say he found both items in 5. He found both items in 6. He's down to 7 and 8.
Yeah, I don't think he found the items in 4, actually. I think he left 4 without the items. I think he took the path to the immediate Triforce and took it and ran, and then HN was the one that came in and went south. Yeah, he's back in 4. Yeah, he's only got those 3 rooms. Or 4 rooms, because the one room is
that's right,
the blank room.
Book.
Yeah, so he doesn't know. This is another one that is unfortunate. He's going the right way, though. And he's going to get some more keys, which will help him in 9 if he can get through this before HN gets in there.
HN's not going to have a ladder block problem up here.
No. He's got the wand too, which is going to help those like rooms. Just going to make him so much faster. Fryteeth's using that boomerang that you scoffed at to good use there, killing those Dig Dogger babies.
Should have waited for the banana.
Oh.
HN also taking the same death.
That's a high five.
Now we have to ask them both if they hate that room.
That is a high five death. Fryteeth needs to be careful here. He cannot take one hit from these bold boys. Might be a good time for some safe strats and just stand at the far end of the room and use your beam swords a little bit slower. Well, now he's got an extra bit of the heart. Get dirty with him. And Ategenos takes another death, unfortunately, in the 6th.
Here's the book.
Fryteeth sees the book. Yeah, I might pick that up, though. He has 242 rupees. He knows where the hint shops are.
It's up in A. I'm not sure what he's thinking there, because 4 kind of stretches in both directions very inconveniently.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 is another one of those linear dungeons. Yeah, I'm struggling with that one there. He needs to find the floor item here. It's not going to be in this room. Floor items do not drop in dark rooms. Wants to open up that shutter door. This is, I believe, the wrong way. I think HN found both items in the south part of the dungeon.
Yeah, I think we've seen this top corridor kind of cleared out.
Unfortunately for Fryteeth, he up-8 in that book room. He was close to the heart.
HN with a nice bomb drop hiding in the door at the top of that staircase room to take out the blue whizzies, and then fearlessly charging in with beam sword on the red ones. It's a nice kill. Definitely.
He's close to his Triforce. Just a few more rooms. Oh, okay. I was wrong. So don't listen to me. It was the boomerang on the floor, not the heart, and Fryteeth sees it.
I'm not going to pretend I ever saw the wooden boomerang anytime it was on the screen. I'm sorry, Chad.
Alright, so now Fryteeth goes to 8, I would assume. So at this point, he has seen everything except for the items in 7 and the items in 8.
Yep, and I think I'm seeing the familiar gray facade of level 8.
So he's going to get his ladder, which is potentially going to be very helpful. You know, we still don't know. Zelda potentially could be ladder blocked, or Ganon could be in a Chevy room. We've already seen Ganon's room, so, you know, who knows what room he's in.
He is also down to 8 keys, so you never know.
True, yeah. I can't imagine that's going to be too high on his list. HN's going to get this heart in 6. I guess he's thinking mags at this point.
Yeah, you get this high up. You don't say no to magical sword, but forget where level 6 is in relation to that magical sword cave in the desert.
Yeah, it's
a bit of a trek.
Yeah, he's close to Vanilla 1 right now, so you know he's not too far away. He sees this triangle on the ground. Digging.
That's close. There's the
raft. And there's the useless raft. So HN is on his way to 9, potentially going to stop and pick up his magical sword on the way. With White Sword being the vanilla heart price, very possible that Mags is as well.
Right, so there's 6. I did not catch the screen it was on. It's on that recorder screen.
Yeah, it's like northwest,
kind of close to Candle Row,
northeast of Vanilla Start.
HN.
Fryteeth's going to use another potion.
HN really trying to give a hug to that red Lionel before coming in here. 13 hearts is enough.
Yeah, he's got it. So good insurance. He's going to be able to get through whatever he needs to get through a 9. Doesn't really need that for Ganon, but it's good for... It's good. It works on all enemies.
Yeah, you never know. It's good to have. And that is a nice little trick with the up A at the Fairy Spring. With that continue, the refill just goes through the save and continue, so goes back to start, gets to walk through the Dead Woods up to level 9, and here we go.
Yeah, so HN's a 9 at 114.18. So we know that Ganon is required, so we know that he needs to find the silver arrows. He does not, so he potentially is just kind of gunning for Zelda at this point. And he's on a mission, looks like.
Well, there's Zelda's room, so we've solved that mystery.
She is definitely not in her room. The 1 in 42 chance, or whatever our math teacher tracker told us, whatever it was, it is not.
I think in all of my seeds that I've ever played where Zelda, the room was definitely shuffled, I've seen her in her own room exactly once.
Oh, really?
Yep, and HN's about to find out where she is.
Yeah, he is in the right room.
So any advantage of knowledge Fryteeth had of 9 just evaporated.
Heart on the floor in 8. I don't know that we saw the other item in the staircase, but Fryteeth better hope that it's the silver arrows.
Yeah.
Although at this point, I guess it can't be because we're only missing 1 item.
Well, it's
other than the 9
possible.
item.
It's still possible.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
9.
Yeah, you could have the red ring in 9 and something else. It doesn't have to be forced for it to be in 9. That's true.
Yeah,
highly unlikely.
I've always been a fan of the idea of like making a troll seed where like the only item that gets shuffled is the silver arrows and something else.
Yeah, everything else is the same. I'm sure it's happened in some universe.
One of those seeds will make it happen. Fryteeth's gonna grab the map for convenience.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be clearing these rooms. He's found the floor item. He just needs to do stair room.
He does max out the rupee count. We'll see if he spends that money on a ring at any point. And
here we go.
Is this our last staircase?
It is, and it's the heart.
He's gonna guarantee.
I forgot
for himself.
When I said that he was gonna get his ladder, he's not gonna get his ladder because he doesn't have the bow.
Yeah.
So that's the big ol' wah-wah for him. He knows bow's required now for whatever the other item is in 8, so he knows that that's not the bow. So that's got to send him to 7, I would think. I think he's found everything.
The only thing left.
And it's deep in 7 too, man. That's.
Oh, he's going to be grumbling the whole way there. And at this point, Fryteeth's hopes rest in Ganon or the Silvers being impossible to sign. For those just joining us out there in chat, both runners have discovered a shutter door that does not open in the northwest corner of level 9, just under the O. There's a staircase that goes pretty much right there, so it's easy access. But Fryteeth never found the bow in level 7. It is all the way in the bottom of the jaw. So 8 gen with the significant advantage of being in 9 with a bow. And all other items are accounted for at this point. We know the red ring and silver arrows must be in 9.
Yeah, 8 gen had a pretty interesting play digging 7 early and spent a long time full clearing 7 after they already had the Triforce. They started with the Triforce in 7 and was able to pull out the bow and the stair in one of the last rooms that he needed to clear. And right now, that's definitely the difference. Fryteeth is now since dug everything else that he could do. And he's just missing the Goma block item in 8. He's going to pick up his blue ring here. And in level 7. So this, okay, so he was going to save his money for the blue ring instead of going to buy the hints. Because I guess in his mind he had that blue ring purchase in the back of his mind, which 7 had some kind of nasty rooms to fight, so this could be good for him. Give him some confidence going into 7. Gonna fill up at the fairy fountain too. Give him the best start here as H10 finds the silvers.
Agent grabbing the silver arrows. Fryteeth about to pick up the magical sword. Has 14 hearts, so we know for certain he's got at least 13 required. He's got the max required by the randomizer anyway.
Yeah, he was guaranteed to get that, so that's a smart play to pick that up too. So he's hoping that Ganon is super trolly to find, and I thought for a second we might have found it, but no.
Ganon is the last piece of the puzzle right now. 8gen just exploring 9. Where is the bacon?
Fryteeth is filling up on his hearts. He's gonna go right to 7. He's got a long journey to the bottom of 7 though. There was a staircase that took you there, so if he finds that staircase and takes it, that could be a pretty quick jaunt into 7.
One good thing at this point, magical sword blue ring is going to make his life a lot easier in here. What's not going to make things easy is he has seen very little of level 7. So he has a lot of this place to look at.
For sure. Definitely better armed though. Man, that manhandler went down.
8
so
hit point manhandle. Here's our friendly Gleeok. We've seen this Gleeok like 7 times, it feels like.
Yes.
This Gleeok, of course, the sibling of the Gleeok.
Return of the Gleeok.
Gleeok returns in level 7. It is his second quest overworld, I guess. Actually, level 7 is Gleeok's return, but that's another story.
Yeah, he's clearing rooms. I guess maybe he's looking for keys at this point. Gonna have to decide.
He hasn't seen anything in 7. I mean, he knows that he basically knows the bow's got to be in here.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, he knows the bow's in here because the only other room that he can't find the item in is bow block.
So 8gen, still kind of wandering around 9 here. You know, we're following Fryteeth's antics, kind of excited to see what happens.
Here we go.
Nice wide open room for 8gen.
Here we go, and he is right below her. Oh, super easy. Yeah, 8gen 121.15 has officially defeated Ganon.
Can we just go straight up?
Yeah, that's what I would try.
I'm gonna have to make a detour here around the Gibdos. The Gibdo Nook. Always good to get a home with Gibdo Nook. So, like we've been saying, very well played, really, by 8gen. The call to dig level 7 early is gonna do it.
And here we go. We have the princess, and she is ladder blocked.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
Wow!
Oh, Fryteeth is gonna be so upset when he gets into that room. Oh man! Get your GGs out in chat for 8gen. Ategenos is our game 1 winner with an official SRL time of an even 122. We'll see if he's going to join us here in chat.
That ladder is in 8 behind the Goma, so...
Yeah, no. He's going to know exactly where it is, but he's not going to want to go dig it out. Especially with Recorder taking you to Unbeaten. It doesn't have easy access to get up there. I think there's an any road that takes you up there, but otherwise, that is not a fun trip.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, 8gen. Good combat for the whole seed. Nice screen scrolling, kind of speeding around everything. It took him a little longer to find some of the last couple of dungeons, but a lot of that you can kind of attribute to spending time in level 7 early, which of course ended up being the winning play.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was the play of the game right there. If Ganon's not required, Fryteeth has this beaten what would you say, 40 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago?
A significant number of minutes ago.
Yeah, so it's just one of those 50-50 rolls. Worked out for him. Fryteeth is eventually, he's on the path. He's eventually going to find his bow down here. I believe he's a few screens away, over to the right. I think it's either in that blank column or it's in the hyphen column. The Triforce and the bow are right around the same area.
I think it's all the way on the end.
It's getting more keys, so that's always good. And I appreciate him sticking it out. You know, I understand people forfeiting, especially when there's a double header going on. There's a game that's happening right next to it. But personally, I always like to finish seeds. But I'm pretty stubborn, so I know some people don't share my my willfulness.
Yeah, sometimes it's you want to see the seed all the way through, but oh man. Sometimes it's also just you want to know where it was.
Right. Yeah, what did I miss?
And I believe we have 8gen here in the booth.
GG, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we hear you. GG.
Yeah, thanks. That was a feed.
So I have to ask, what? I mean, it was obviously it was the right play. What made you full clear 7?
I've got these two graphics up, and I always look at them, and I get dyslexic, and I think I need the one I don't, which is why I did it in the other race I had before too.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Triforce did not 8s, but it turned out to be okay.
Oh my goodness! Wow. So the wrong play was the absolute right play today.
Yeah, I knew hard shuffle was on, so I'm like, I'm just gonna take everything because I'm gonna need a ladder at some point.
Well, and you did, because you had to use the ladder to walk through the fire to get the Zelda. So both bow and ladder required in the seed.
Zelda
but there
was
were no ladder
block
blocks.
element.
Yeah, I don't know if Silver's were because Fry didn't get that far. He's just now picking up his bow out of 7.
Oh no!
Or burning his bow, I should say. He got pieced into the bow.
Yeah, that's a really that's about as far away from start as you can get on that 7. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I personally was shocked that you were in 7, and I said, you know, I've learned, you know, I'm pretty new at this game. I've only been doing this for about a little less than a year, and so I've poured over your site. I've watched all of your races and your commentary. So I've learned so much from you. So I was like, little for me to say, you know, he's doing something wrong. And then you pull out the bow out of the stair deep into 7. I'm like, okay, well, here you go. Here's proof that this man knows what he's doing.
The only comment is it was for RBG.
Exactly.
There is always something in 7. Expecting his first lesson.
So Fryteeth is back in 9. He's got his bow. Unfortunately, he does not have his ladder, which is bow blocked in 8. So he's going to be very unhappy to find that. So what were your thoughts kind of going into the seed? You see some unvanilla stuff with the heart shuffle pretty early on. And you see the enemy drop shuffle, which is always fun. Fryteeth picks up his silvers.
Big silvers. I hate heart shuffle. I really do. And when I see it, I just decide that I'm going to clear everything that I find. It was funny that the first 2 dungeons that I found, actually, the first 3 dungeons I found, other than level 2, I guess, was the 3 that we had. But they were color-coded, so I kind of figured that out. That helped a little bit. But I don't know. With Heart Shuffle on, it's one of those things where you just have to choose what gamble do you want to make. Do you want to invest the time, find the items, or do you just want to try to go for 9? And I'm that guy that always hopes Ganon's forced because I hate non-forced Ganon. So I just always play for that, and it'll catch me eventually. But that's just how I play, and that's kind of why it took forever. But I guess at the end of the day, it was the right place. So.
Yeah, today it definitely was. It would have bit you today had Ganon not been required. Fryteeth was in 9, significantly ahead of you, found the door fairly quickly. He was just missing items in a number of places because he was basically taking the Triforce and leaving. So he still had to go find the item in 2. He had to go to 3. He had to go to 4. He had to go to 8. And that was all the time it took you. You were still finding 6 when he was in 9.
Yeah, that nearly last location, level 6. That's always fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many more caves did you have on your tracker?
I had the desert whistle spots. That's it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Well, I guess raft, but
Yeah.
I figured it couldn't be raft. Otherwise, there was something really wrong with the game. I guess it could have been the other item in 8 if the raft. I finally decided once I got the ladder out of 8 that I was done digging because I didn't figure Silvers was going to get shuffled out. I mean, it could have, but you never really. I don't think you ever play for Silvers to be shuffled out after you've seen so many items.
No, definitely not. Yeah, Fryteeth found it was just a heart in the stair. The heart on the floor and on the stair.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if there's a stairway to Ganon, but what a convoluted, crappy path. It takes a billion bombs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he needs bombs, but he luckily just got a bomb drop in that room.
Then I was really thrown off because I was under the impression that drop roots were shuffled until I saw a rope 35 minutes in drop a bomb. I'm like, oh, because the first couple of things I killed were normal bomb droppers. I'm like, okay, we're good. And no.
Yeah, we were kind of looking for it too. We weren't sure. We saw it the first few times it happened, and we caught on eventually too, especially when the ropes were the only enemies in the room. Where'd that bomb come from?
So did I force one that I didn't know about, and then a third one dropped, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're definitely got some mixed screws going on. I mean, it turned out okay. I never ran out of anything. Keys were so plentiful. I mean, the indie key was super easy to get if I needed it, but I had like 11 keys, so I didn't even think twice about burning them there in level 9, even though I think I got down to like 4 at one point, which was kind of scary, but...
Yeah, I mean, you're quick enough to 2 if you had to get it. You know exactly where it's at. Just some bomb droppers in between you and it. I personally, I love enemy drop shuffle whenever it's on. I just think it's fun. I love seeing the red keys, drop a rupee bonanza.
I mean,
I
it's
just
great
think that
to watch, but playing it is
yeah.
not, especially when you start throwing in some of these other flags, like where we have swordless or something, and they roll onto some things that you can't kill.
For sure.
And it can make it really really interesting. But no, I enjoy watching it. That was actually my brainchild. That's my one major contribution to Randomizer.
We have you to thank.
But yeah, thank for the I guess. I'm assuming like Gypnos dropped it.
I think Blue Moblins.
Blue Moblins drop bombs. I'm like, all right, we're good. And I'm like, wait a second, what's going on?
Yeah, it was
like
The like dropping bombs, I think, was the real giveaway.
You're right. Like, wait a second, something is not right here.
Yeah, there was one early on, I don't remember if it was you or Fryteeth, that killed some enemies close to start, and it was like a Pulse Voice and a Gibdo, or not, it couldn't have been a Gibdo because it was on the overworld. It must have been a Moblin. They were like right in the same region. It was like, which enemy did he just kill?
Oh, he's getting there. Or wait, no, he's
Close.
This way.
Can't bomb this way.
Oh, we gotta go up and around. It's such a weird path. There's gotta be a staircase down there somewhere, but man.
The real question is whether or not he forfeits once he sees that he needs to go to 8 to get his ladder.
I would. Again, I'm glad he's playing it out, but yeah. And again, you have those items. I did not realize that the ladder was bow locked to 8. Totally did not click for me. I did not realize.
Yeah, it was like one room off of start. It was a Goma.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I remember. Yeah. Oh.
And he saw that Goma on his first dig, and then did a decent amount of that 8 and just wasn't able to find the items because the heart is kind of in It's in the room that's like all the way kind of down the bottom left of the top section. So that was his last room that he had to go to. So once on a second dig, then he knew for sure the Goma was blocking it. That's what pushed him into 7.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wait a second. And after I picked up the Triforce, I'm like, oh, I didn't need this Triforce, but I got a bow, so who cares? I mean,
yeah, right.
Right. At the end of the day, again, if Ganon's not required, I live this. I was talking to Fryteeth beforehand, and I'm like, because he was kind of saying that I was going to 2-0 him. I'm like, these flags are so random, and I don't play them most of the time for open Ganon. I don't play that flag enough, and I don't like it enough to make my brain think, oh, I just need to get to 9 to look for Zelda. So I try to dig out a bow and a silver all the time, and like I said, if it were open this time, it would have cost me.
Oh yeah, I think with this flag set, anybody can win any race at any point, really. You might start with all the Triforces. It's just a race to who can get to Zelda's door.
Right, you have to bomb left, bomb down, I think walk right, and then like bomb down or something.
Yeah, he's close now. You had to go around like a Gibdo room.
Yeah.
I think on your way back to Zelda, we were wondering if you could bomb up. You could. Yeah, exactly.
Does he have another potion?
It's down here. I think he used it up against the Patra. But he's got blue ring and mags, and it's one hit. Yeah.
That second heart's gonna help though, because even with the blue ring, a hug is gonna be 2 hearts. So.
One more bomb, and you got it.
One more bomb. He's got to hear him.
Yeah, he definitely hears him now. He's gonna check this just to see.
You'll take the red ring at this point if it's there.
Oh, of course. I hate the 0 HP Ganon. It just feels like such a waste. You're all geared up for a fight.
I don't know. After bombing 6 walls to get to him,
It's a good trope though to have, the big boss, the final guy, the dark wizard. Yeah, you poke him with a stick and it's over.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like I don't know if you guys were TMNT fans, but that Nintendo game, it's like the Technodrome is such a terrible level, and then you get to Shredder and it's like ridiculously easy to beat.
Yeah, it's like what? Why? Oh, because
what's going
the rest of the game sucked. That's
right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, keep in mind we're about to see the reaction here as he walks through that door and sees the river.
Oh, dude, he doesn't have ladder either, so he can't walk.
He doesn't have the ladder. No, he's gonna get stuck at the fire.
That trap is a pain too. Here it is. Oh no.
Jump.
She's getting some shots. Shots to the eyes. He's digging it out. He's doing what I would do. Dude, I am so stubborn. 100% I would do this.
Okay, that's fair. If
I mean,
bettering, it's cool, man. I got no problem with it.
Well, that's what I said. But I said if you're doing a double header, then it makes sense to quit. But I'm so stubborn. I mean, after RBG kicked my butt, I played that for another hour. Everybody at Speed Gaming went home. I was still there digging it out.
Here's the funny thing, right? So our last race, I don't know if anybody remembers Fryteeth and I's last race from the All Boards, No Swords. But it was 3 hours long.
Oh, wow.
Because it was this horrible, ridiculous, convoluted 9 to get to this, and it's swordless. So you had this horrible 9 in order to get to. We last roomed everything, and we were talking about. He's like, "Man, I really hope we don't have another seed like the one that we had." And this isn't that bad, but at the end of the day, it's kind of that bad.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty trolly. You just like happened to right order this, like almost like magically, really. Like I don't think anybody willingly goes into 7 and they don't need the Triforce in. And full clears it to get the bow that they need to get the ladder out of 8 on their first dig. Like it's kind of unbelievable that you spend an hour and 22. To be honest,
it's literally I thought I needed the Triforce and it didn't click even after I got the compass that I'd already gotten it. So
yeah, I mean I think Fryteeth beats most of the people in this tournament in this particular race.
Oh, for sure. Fryteeth is an exceptionally good runner. Definitely one of the big up and comers from a year and a half or two ago when he started playing. And that's what I love so much is that we've had so many good people just come out of nowhere that it's impossible to tell who's going to win anything anymore, because while you do have your so-called favorites, it's randomizer, so it literally doesn't matter. And it's pretty amazing how good people have gotten at this game.
Yeah, and like you said, randomizer. I mean, sometimes the wrong play is the right play, and sometimes the right play is the wrong play. You just never know. Anything can happen. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, there was I don't remember what tournament it was. It's a long time ago, but it was a race that RC Drone was pretty much game to lose, and was doing something on the overworld, getting ready to go explore like all of Death Mountain to find this last level, like all of Death Mountain, and dies. And it puts him back my start where we started, and it was the push block my start, which is the only place he hadn't checked, but it was nowhere near his route, and that's what pushed him back in the lead, because it got him where he needed to go. And it's cool how things like that can alter and change things in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Fryteeth now fully armed with everything he needs. He sees the shutter door. How many arrows do you think Zelda gets? Or how many? 4 bombs for sure.
Yeah, we're bombing him. We're bombing. Let's go.
Yeah, 4 bombs for sure. Here we go. Here's some arrows. Some candle fire.
She's on fire.
Ghost Rider tonight. Get your GGs out in chat for Fryteeth. He played really an excellent race. I'm sure that he's going to look at his death total and say that he wished that he had died less. But this was his race to lose for sure. And I think he beats most of the people most of the time with the way that he played. Definitely get your GGs out in chat for him.
Well fought battle there. Just unfortunately for Fryteeth, the bow was in the last place anybody would want to look for it. And with that, I think I see Fryteeth's name in this chat room. We'll let him get set up, but GG.
I think Fryteeth's working on some audio issues here. So yeah, definitely just to set it up for you, Fry, you had the lead into 9 for your first dig. Yeah, we can hear you. GG's, man.
We heard you once.
Can you hear me?
There you are.
Yeah, we hear you. Do you hear us? So yeah, we're gonna get some audio stuff worked out on Fryteeth's end.
There we go. I've got you now.
Ah, there we go. Excellent. Yeah, so I was just saying, just to set it up for you, really, GG, Trolley Seed, you full cleared everything. You had the lead going into 9. If Ganon's not required, you're beating Ategenos by at least 10 minutes, I would say. Ategenos dug the bow out of 7 early. So he was able to get the ladder out of 8. So his first dig into 9, he was able to kind of accomplish everything that you were not able to, unfortunately. But really well played on your end. It was I'm sure not entertaining to play, but it was certainly entertaining to watch.
Yeah, no, I found everything except the red ring, and with that bow in 7, that was, especially that deep in 7, that was the last place I was going to go looking for it.
Yeah, so I, for some reason, thought I needed 7's Triforce. And the Triforce happened to be the next room by the bow. So that's the only reason why I got the bow.
Yeah, no, that was the last place I went. I knew the ladder was in that room in 8, but I wasn't going to go back for it unless I needed it.
Yeah, that was literally the only ladder block in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game, man. You should have won this if you would have won this if the door was open. So I just lucked out. That's all there is to it. I made a mistake that paid.
Yeah, good game.
Because I would have noped out a 7 in a heartbeat. Yeah, even with hard shuffle, I'm not gonna dig 7, especially because I found the red candle early. So why would I go dig the staircase?
Yeah, I did a few rooms in 7 until I realized it was 7, and I said, I'm out of here. And when I found that Ganon was required in 9, at that point I had only cleared out the items from 1, 5, and 6.
Man.
So I, went 2, 3, 4, 8, and then finally, 7 didn't take terribly long when you got a magical sword at that point.
Yeah, that did help a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you were able to clear that one faster for sure. HN, like you said, you made a mistake, but still, you had some really quick clears of rooms, and you have a 7 next to your name, but a lot of those deaths were like early in some dungeons, or where it didn't really cost you a whole lot.
Oh, my favorite was definitely the one that I died on the coast, where I had the screen scroll all the way back to the other side of the world. That was great.
Well, there is that. You guys, you had a high 5 death in
The diamond
Kat, do you remember
staircase
what
room
dungeon
at
it
the
was?
top of 6.
Oh, that
The 6th.
stupid staircase. Yeah. I was like, well, I'm in here now. I guess I might as well just.
Yeah, you both made the clip, and you both got most of your body into the staircase.
That's funny. How you go through and do totally different routes, and yet somehow you always seem to high five somewhere. Well, good game, man. I hope tomorrow night is not as long, because I was telling them before that we were talking about our last seed from All Boards No Swords, and this might have ended up being about as bad as you could get for these kind of flags, and that's.
Yeah, no, I remember that one. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh yes, the
Mirrored
like
overworld.
room of destiny.
Mirrored overworld, full second quest dungeons, wand deep in 9. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh
one.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you had to go. It was that like room you had to bomb up, and it was the only way there. And there was that. Yeah, that was where the wand was.
Yep.
Oh baby, that was so much fun. Never again. And I love swordless, but never again.
So, do we have our remorse flag for tomorrow night?
Yeah, I already decided on 0 HP enemies, although after tonight, probably should have gone with non-required Ganon, but we'll stick with the 0 HP enemies.
All right, there you go. So tomorrow night, combat with most enemies will be pretty easy.
As long as you can find a sword. Today it was under the push block, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, indeed. That could have actually trolled you pretty hard if White Sword wasn't so free, because Fryteeth was pushing blocks, it seemed like, a little bit earlier than you were. So that was another thing that could have worked out for you, but just didn't. Because you had Fryteeth, you found Wood Sword and got Wood Sword. HN's first sword was the White Sword.
Yeah, I think I had White Sword maybe 2 minutes after I had Wood Sword, so...
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty quick on that.
Well, once I figured out it was hard shuffle and some stuff, I didn't necessarily prioritize it too much, because you can just explore the overworld and find heart containers and kind of do it that way. It's not necessarily the most efficient, but I didn't even think about, again, that's a flag. How often do we play that particular flag and it come up? I just didn't think about it being under a push block, so I kind of lucked out, because that would have been a late sword, but it just happens.
I was looking for it under those. I had even gone up to the second quest magical sword push block and checked that.
Yeah, see, man, you're thinking about things I'm not thinking about, so we'll see if we can make it a game 3.
Yeah, I was telling Fryteeth, I think it was the last race that we called together, just how most of you guys aren't dumb enough to play some of these stupid flags that Fry and I play every night. So the the wood sword block seems I'm pretty used to that now, but that's just like it's like that and the 1 through 5 starting hards. It's stuff that are kind of our batch of dummies likes to play.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go for like swordless one-hit KO with 1 heart start, or I guess that doesn't really matter on 1-hit KO, but you know, I'm up for crazy things like that. But I just don't play some of the odd flags very much. So, but yeah, good game, and thanks y'all for doing all the commentary and the restream and the tracking and everything. And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Absolutely. Hopefully, game 2 is just as good as game 1 was.
Yeah, same.
Thanks for
the commentary and the tracking and the restream, and see everyone tomorrow.
Absolutely. Make sure you give these runners a follow. Also give a follow over to Imasock, our tracker for the evening. Thanks, Imasock, for all your work for us. And I'd like to thank my co-commentator, Mr. Cab.
Oh, I just sat here and took up airtime. Thank you, Homer J. Smash.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Anytime. Love to call races with you anytime.
And if you are out there on the YouTubes or something, the names for their Twitch channels spelled just like they are on the screen.
All right, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Plenty of more races the rest of the week, so check out the rest of the Speed Gaming networks and the Randomizer networks. And I hope everybody's safe and doing well out there. And we'll see you next